Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Ice 73. And I'm Black Ice 73. On this episode, we're gonna talk Black Ice 73. On this episode, we're gonna talk about a cold case that happened in 1984 in Los Angeles, California. Well, a Florida man committed two crimes that went unnoticed for 33 years or 34 years. It was a cold case. According to the article, this Florida man and his comrade, they busted into a hotel, raped the woman, and killed the man. I'm gonna go into further details in a little bit. But this man named Manuel, I can't pronounce his last name, but I know his first name is Manuel. It's like Manuel what? Something. Gregor Madin. It's like French or something. But according to prosecutors, Manuel and his friend, it was in Los Angeles in 1984. They said Manuel was in contact arrest records. Manuel had committed, crimes that associated with drugs and stuff like that. So, one night, Manuel and his friend wanted some drugs and money. First of all, Manuel from Florida. So we shouldn't be shocked that Manuel, at the time, the reason Manuel got caught because of his DNA that he left on the sheet or on the spread for 1984. If I'm Manuel, I question that. He probably did the crime. There's a great chance. But his DNA been inside a locker room. But this cover from a bed in the hotel been in the locker room since 1984. In a Los Angeles locker room. And they say in 2018, they found out they did a DNA test on this. From 2018, they found out did a DNA test on this from 1984. Ain't no sperm stayed on the darn cover for 32 years. Did y'all hear what I said? That was 32 years ago. They extracted DNA from a cover from 1984. According to some things that most of the time the cover be inside a box, not in a refrigerator area, not nothing to keep the DNA fresh. Just be in a box up on the shelf. So they're saying, I'm not saying Manuel innocent. I'm not saying Manuel guilty. That kind of strange. It kind of, I be questioning that right there. Like, you're going to get some DNA from a cover from 1984? Shit, man. You crazy. My DNA? Mm-mm. But it said the reason his DNA was matched to it because he left semen on the cover. I don't know what the lifespan of semen. I can't say, but I still question it. And they said, well, they put the DNA in the database, and his DNA popped up. Because Manuel is according to records, Manuel was a career criminal. Manuel been in and out of the penitentiary in the jailhouse for a long time. Manuel is a 66-year-old man now. Have you seen the thumbnail? Manuel can be somebody's granddaddy. A great granddaddy now. And Manuel right here. And then they said the DA, the prosecutor, not the DA, the prosecutors thinking about getting him the death penalty. Man, we know a death penalty, somebody can be a victim for a death penalty. It'll take up to 20 years sometime for that person to be executed or exonerated. If I were man, y'all call Kim Kardashian West. Y'all might think it's funny, but Kim and her team, they have got a lot of people off. Sometimes they get them off on DNA. The DNA don't match. In this case, you get into the Kim Kardashian West or her team, they can argue that their DNA is not, the DNA could have been planted. It could. So you telling me some of the ladies I have dated, well, a woman I have dated, said that. I don't want to seem like I'm a womanizer. I used to be out there. But you can tell me somebody I dated 20 years ago, and they happen to just put that shit in the closet, and they take it out one day, like, I really still don't like this man. And they can say, she can say I did something involuntary to her. And they can come arrest me because my DNA in that sheet. Shit. I tell you, Kim Kardashian West, that should be one of the first people that Manuel called on that. They said, you got a lawyer? I'm going to call Kim. Somebody leave an Instagram message or a Twitter message in her doing inbox, DM her. It's like, you got a case in Los Angeles, 84, happened in 1984. But according to the article, they said one night, Manuel and the friend is not identified, but Manuel and his friend, according to the article, because the lady who got raped, they said she passed a few months after that for natural causes. And they said her son was there, but her son was a little boy. And then the police didn't even take, the crazy part about it, the police didn't even get the woman name, they didn't get the son name. So there ain't no way they can contact the son. Her son at the time, young dude, there's no way to contact him to see that he remember anything. That's suspicious all by itself. What kind of police work they were doing at the time? If you're going to do a murder case and doing a rape case, at least don't have the information from the doing woman to contact her son? That's a red flag. To me, it's a red flag. But like I said, I'm not saying Manuel did it, and I'm not saying he didn't do it. But I'm just pointing out some of the red flags. This lady, I'm not saying she wasn't raped, but when the police, isn't their duty to just take down her name, take down her son's name? The only name they released on here was the man who was killed. They said the lady was a 23-year-old lady in the hotel with her son, and somehow they knew that the man was there with her, but he wasn't there at the time. He was out. He was going somewhere. He later returned. But while the man was out, they raped the lady. And then he returned, and they were asking him, according to the police report, so why they were questioning him. They said she was inside in the bathroom. Her and her son were inside the bathroom, hiding. So as the man returned, they said they questioned him and said, "Hey, we want the dope and we want the money." And they said the man said, "I don't have no money or this dope." According to the lady's testimony. So then they shot him in the leg, and then they killed him. Killed him with another shot. It's no way possible they didn't get that lady's name. So if you can get that woman's name, because the woman, if she had not passed, she wouldn't have been a key witness in this case. So you can't tell me, they can't tell me they had that woman's name. They can't tell me that the son, they don't have the child name. If they did, if they don't, this is very poor police work right here. But back to the story. So they said Manuel and the man, they said they don't know is the man still alive who were with Manuel. So Manuel ain't getting the man's name up. I don't understand this. This case is, they must have a rookie homicide investigation work in this case, because this sounds like some doing stuff that a civilian know. Gonna take the names and stuff. I'm gonna read a little of this article right here. They're gonna clarify some of the stuff I just told you. It said prosecutors in Los Angeles County charged a Florida man Monday with killing and torturing another man in 1984 at a South LA motel room. They said the brutal slaying that have grown cold in decades since, but rekindled through a recent match in a national DNA database. They've been taking DNA for a long time. I mean, when I went to the military in 1993, they took my DNA. So they've been taking DNA for a long time. So it took them that long? I don't know. They said police arrested the accused killer Manuel, it's like Vergar Madan, is FRAGA-MADAN, Madan. I'm just saying Manuel Vergar Madan. I guess he Haitian, or he got ties to the French community one. But it's a Friday in Florida. He was in custody in Miami jail awaiting extradition to Southern California, according to inmates' records. This is Detective Joseph Purcell of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department said Madan, who is 66, was one of two men who stormed the Vermont Motel on July the 12th, 1984, during a violent pursuit of drugs and money. They said the intent target of the men was Johnny Williams, but when the pairs arrived, they found William Friend, a 23-year-old woman, and her baby son. The detective said that while waiting for Williams to return to the motel, Manuel and the man raped the young woman at gunpoint. They said when William, who was 40, came back to the motel room, the woman hid in the bathroom. They said both men demanded money and drugs from Williams, but he said he had neither. The detective said the men shot William once in the leg, then fired again, killing him. They said the woman heard the gunshots, and the bathroom door was slightly ajar. And the detective said that she could see some of the activities, but not all. The men fled. Authorities interviewed the woman at the time, but she later died of natural cause. They said her death was unrelated to the crime, and police have not publicly identified her. They said detective of one or about 10 assigned to the sheriff department cold case homicide unit took over the investigation in 2018. They said all the Asian cases. Purcell said he looked for evidence that was impounded by police because no forensic methods were available at the time to trace the suspect DNA. But they said in Williams' case, he was hoping for a DNA match. They said the clinching evidence was a motel bedding, which had semen from the sexual assault. Purcell said Medine has a criminal history in California and Florida, mostly on drug-related offenses, which resulted into DNA being stored in the database. They said the DNA match was enough for the Los Angeles County District Attorney official to file a murder charge, alleging that Medine killed William while torturing him and while carrying out a rape. They said that the statute of limitation on the rape charge had passed, but prosecutors have not decided whether to seek the death penalty. They said the second man who was at the scene has not been identified, Purcell said, nor have detectives been able to track down the woman's son, perhaps the only person still alive who was in the motel room that day. Seemed like a lot of people dropped the ball. Now, still, if I were Manuel, I'm telling you, I would question that. I don't see too many doing cold case TV shows when they said the DNA wasn't put in a proper place, and they couldn't use that DNA. I would question that. Because, if the DNA was stored in a box, just stored in the box, that was it. Nothing else. Bed sheet stored in the box. And you telling me they extracted some DNA from that? Nah. How can you? I don't believe it. You know what case he can say? You know what part of his case his lawyer can use? That Manuel at one point had used that same hotel room. He met a woman there at that same hotel room. And the staff didn't change the sheet. And then he left his semen on that sheet with the woman he was dating. This is a motel. There ain't no hotel. It's a motel. He can say he was there a few weeks or a few days with a woman. And he left his semen on that bed. Okay, if that's the case, you can use that semen. I'm telling you. We have seen stories on, special reports about how they use them little lights to detect all kind of fluid on the bed and stuff because the staff ain't changed them and stuff like that. I'm telling you, if Manuel get a good lawyer, he can use that as his defense right there. He can use that as defense. His defense lawyer come on and say, at the time, your hotel kind of sleazy. Now you got to do is slip him a few dollars. Slip him $20 for the night or $20 for an hour or so. And don't leave no name and just go in there and you and a lady can go in there and handle your business and go. The man said, and that's what I did. So it's not my fault. That'll be that was me. If I were his lawyer, that'll be my defense. I said, it's not my client's fault that he had sexual relationship with a woman and the crime happened in the same room. I said, it's not my client's fault that the staff at the motel was too cheap to change the do their job by washing the spreads, and they left it in. What do you want? Huh? I'm talking to my daughter. You don't want nothing.
I just want to watch it.
You want to watch your dirty?
Mm-hmm.
You do. You're gonna make no. Hey, yeah, I'll be saying it's not my client's fault that the staff were too lazy to wash the sheep, and my DNA was still on that darn sheep, and they just happened to be a crime there. I was like, Judge, I want you to throw this case out. I said, you don't have no witness. The only thing you have is a sheet that I used 2 days or 3 days prior. That'd be me. But I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, but that'd be me. I'm saying. Because, like I said just a few minutes ago, we know a lot of these done places do not. Motels, for example. I ain't saying all, but a lot of motels do not wash. They cover. And if the sheet ain't messed up, they ain't gonna wash that sheet neither. So, Manuel, he got a good chance. If he's smart enough. He get irritated. If Manuel's smart enough, and his lawyer's smart enough, Manuel got a good chance of getting off. It's been what? No, it ain't even 34. It's been 35 years. It happened in 84. So, it's been 35 years. Man, the things are, it's crazy. Man, you look like a little fragile little old man too. But he look like one of the old men that hard too. Like, you see how he take his mugshot, look at the head like, man, you 66 years old. You should be trying to look frail and look like I couldn't do nothing like that. I mean, your mugshot head took and like, me now, man, you not helping my case. If I hear lawyer, I said, can I come up client get a do over on the done mugshot? They in there looking all hard like I'm kill. Damn, man, you 66 years old. The chance you're gonna either way it go. If you found guilty, man, you're gonna die in prison. You're gonna die by lethal injection, or you just gonna die by life in prison. Damn. I'm telling you, if you get a good case, get a good lawyer, if anybody in his family got some money, there's a good chance that he'll get off. But it's not a guarantee, though. I don't know. I had to start a GoFundMe for Manuel. But at the same time, if he did it, he need to be punished. But at the same time, you know, I couldn't let no 35-year-old DNA be the reason that I get caught for a crime. 35 years? Shit. I don't know. I don't want to be one of them conspiracy people who they just said, hey, we need to close this case and we need to find somebody that was a nuisance at the time. That could be the case. It could not be the case. But I ain't really letting no throwing 35-year-olds DNA take me down. You know what's so weird? It's gonna be hard if you don't have the money. I'm sorry, Butch. If you don't have the money for a good lawyer and have the money for an expert in DNA, you're gonna be able to not prove that was his DNA on that sheet. So he can go to prison like a whole bunch of other people. Go to prison because of you just couldn't afford the right experts. But I just wanted to bring y'all this case. Happened 35 years. Man, your name came up off 35-year-old DNA. I don't know. Hey, thank you for watching the video. I'm gonna come back 'cause I got another story from a Florida man who he lost his darn mess and just like, hey, you sure need to get out this dirt bike in my neighborhood. I wish I knew how to edit. I would do the story now, but I gotta keep on saying I don't know how to edit, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and do another story. Thank you for watching. I'll be back in a few minutes. Now, I want these children to stop looking in the room, looking at me, making me feel uncomfortable. All right, talk to you in a little bit.